You're going to be reading for 24 hours, but only reading Christmas books. So make sure you're subscribed because there's new videos every single day for all of December, and I hope you guys enjoy. I have an hour until I'm done with work for the day, so I'm going to start a 24-hour reading challenge. Maybe this isn't the best time to start it, but I want to start now and like read a few hours, but I'll primarily like read the most tomorrow and the day after. I will see how I will do with this 24-hour reading challenge. We will see. I'm going to start the Christmas wager, and I'm actually in a Christmassy mood because I just finished a thriller. So I'm hoping to knock out a lot of my TBR, but my TBR is so long. Like, I have so many Christmas books on my TBR, and I bought like more since I made my video with my Christmas recs. I literally made a video with Christmas recs sharing 16 Christmas books, and then I was like, you know what? That's not enough. That's not enough books to read. Granted, some of the books in the Christmas Rex video I had already read, but then I made a video with Christmas books by Black authors, so I shared even more, and I was like, you know what? That's not enough. That's not enough. Let me buy some more. So I have so many Christmas books, and I have not been in the Christmas mood at all, but Christmas is literally like a couple days away, and so I want to read as many Christmas books as possible. Last year, I feel like I ended up reading a lot of the Christmas books after Christmas, but then I kind of got like just burned out on Christmas books. So I don't really want to do that. I've been just mood reading and reading when I feel like ready to read Christmas books. So this is what I'm going to start. It just came out this year. These are the ones I haven't started yet. Sorry, it's a little dark in here, but if I turn on the light, it's going to be like a little yellow, and obviously the sun sets so early these days, so yeah, anyway, these are the ones that I have. There are literally so many. Snowed In by Catherine Walsh. The Plight Before Christmas. You Make It Feel Like Christmas. The Holidates. Love in a Winter Wonderland. Set the Record Straight. Faking Christmas. The Christmas Fix. Wreck the Halls. Only for the Holidays. And The Mistletoe Motive. And Snow King Catches Her Snowflake. I also have even more Christmas books, like literally right here. So I'm gonna go through all of these too. I have the 12 Dates of Christmas and The Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory. I love her books. A Winter in New York, and this is by the same author who wrote One Day in December, I think that's what it's called. Love that book. And then Kiss Her Once for Me. I also have one more Christmas book, or maybe even two, but I cannot find them for the life of me. I just bought it. Like, it literally just came in the mail. So whenever I find that, I will show that to you guys later. Now that I'm outside, I decided to bring my Kindle because the sun is setting so fast. And I'm gonna start the Holidates. I actually downloaded this on my Kindle to start like a few days ago and never started it. So I'm gonna start it tonight. Ooh, I'm gonna turn that upside down. I love having a Kindle Scribe. Like, I think I'm loving it even more in the winter because I use it a lot. Like right now, the sun is almost down, and when it's down, it's literally gonna be pitch black and I won't be able to read, but I will stay out here for a while because the lighting on my Kindle will allow me to read. Whereas if it's like a physical book, I can't read outside, and it's helped me to actually get outside more because I don't have to worry about like not being able to read. So let's start this timer and get it going. I'm so excited.
Oh well, it's Christmas again. I'll spend it, I think, on my own. But who knows, who can tell? I just might call some friend. But you know, if I pick up that phone and we meet up for drinks, the longer I stay, I'll only have sad things to say. Oh well, it's Christmas again. Best if I spend it alone. Oh well, I have no one to blame. It's nobody's fault but my own.
The way I'm actually shook right now, like I had no idea that this book would start out like this. Like, I feel like this is really good. Like, this is a really good book so far, and I'm only 6 pages in. Like, it has hooked me immediately from the beginning, which I love books like that. Also, look at this sunrise or sunset. It is beautiful. I don't think this is like even focusing that well. It is so pretty. There we go. Like the pinks and stuff, and obviously like this doesn't even do justice to how it actually looks in person. There's so much like texture, and the clouds are like making these really cool waves. It's just really pretty. But anyway, really loving this book. Just 6 pages in, I like my mouth literally dropped open. I was like immediately. So yeah, I really like this book so far. And it's called The Holidays by Brittany Cherry. I've never read anything by her, but I actually own like 3 of her books because so many of you have said that her books are really good. And I'm getting firsthand like that they definitely are. I am 6 hours and 45 minutes in, as you guys can see, and I am taking like a late lunch break because today has been wild. I feel like I never end up really eating lunch until like around this time. Also, do I not look like a little elf? Like, look at my outfit. But anyway, so I am wrapping up gifts right now while I listen to Royal Holiday, which I don't really like this book so far. Like, I am not really into it. It just is kind of boring. Like, I don't know what it is. Hi, baby boy. Hi. Hi, baby boy. Hi. This is Bane, by the way. I think you guys have met him before. He's 9.5, and we are so grateful that he is still, you know, fairly, I mean, obviously he has cancer, so I mean, like, that's not good, but he's still like so spry. A lot of people think that he's like a little puppy just because he has so much energy. So yeah, anyway, are you hungry? Go get your food. Go get your food. Go get your food. Go get your food. He's not gonna let me do any of this wrapping now. Anyway, so I did finish the Christmas wager. I started this pretty much right after the holidays. I'm about 50 pages into this and really, really, really loving it. I'm in a Christmassy mood, and I think what it is I finally have like finished Christmas shopping, and I just have like a few things to wrap, but I've been wrapping things as they come in versus like waiting until like the last minute. Like, usually I wait until like the night before or like 2 days before, and then I like wrap a ton, but this is actually like way better. So yeah, I started the Royal Holiday. It's okay. I'm not a huge fan of it. Absolutely loving The Holidays by Brittany Cherry. The Christmas Wager, really love this book. This actually just came out this year. It's by Holly Cassidy, and this is the cover of it. Like, look how cute that is. I just think that this is like a really cute cover, and that's not focusing, of course. Let's focus. There we go. It's so cute. I love the colors. I love the lights. I just think like it's a really cute cover. I rated this one 3.5 out of 5 stars. I think this one I liked probably better than any Christmas book I've read this year so far, but I do think that The Holidays is gonna like give it a run for its money. I also think I might go to a bookstore today, mostly just because there's this bookstore. It's like 40 minutes from my house, and I don't really go very often, but they sell new books there, and it's woman owned, which I love. but it's in this like even smaller town than like where I live, and I kind of want to go because I want to see the Christmas decorations before like the year is really over. And I don't know if I'll get another chance to do it if I don't do it today. I feel like I have a like lighter schedule this week and next week, which is so nice. My management actually takes time off the last week, like the week between like Christmas and New Year's. They take the full week off. And I mean, they're still like, they answer emails, like they're not really off, but they're just like not, they're taking a little mini break. So last year I actually worked through that and I didn't take any time off, and this year I kind of want to like take time off because I literally never take any time off ever, and I think that's just like the reality of owning a business and like creating your baby and like wanting it to do well. I will say that I got some messages from you guys that were so sweet on the last vlog, and you guys were saying that you loved the reading vlog and you loved where I shared like more about my life, like our renovation and like stuff about my hair and things like that. And if you guys are new, I actually used to have a like full vlog channel. If you look back on old videos, it's like all just straight vlogs pretty much. I did like some hauls, but not very many. And yeah, so I did that and loved it, but I found that a lot of the time I would have like my camera with me anytime I was doing anything, and you guys know that like my full-time job is like creating, so creating on TikTok and on Instagram is like primarily where I like make most of my income. And so I'm constantly bringing my phone with me everywhere. And so this year I've really tried to make a better balance of having moments that like I don't capture. And I love capturing like moments, just it is super fun to me. But I think that if I'm constantly capturing 100% of my life, then it's like, when am I getting moments that are just like for me, you know? So now that I share book related content, it's so fun because I share like parts of my life when I'm like reading and what I'm enjoying, what books I'm loving, and you guys can get excited about books, but it kind of takes the pressure a bit off of me feeling like I need to share like every second of my life. Like I went to Chicago and I actually went with some friends who were also creators, and when we were there, I pulled out my camera when we went to the bookstores, because that was like the bookstore trip with Brady, and I pulled out my camera then, but I didn't really like pull out my camera much other than that. And is this gonna cover? I think it will, hopefully. And that was like a really fun trip, but it was definitely different for me because that's not something I normally do. And I found that it's given me time to, even though I like literally never take days off, like I cannot think in the last like 4 years of like creating, I cannot think of the like any day that I've completely taken off of all like social media, posting, commenting, answering messages, uploading, editing, submitting, looking through contracts. Like I literally cannot think of a day where I took off. And so that's something that I really want in the new year to focus on even more. Not even necessarily taking off, but making sure that I have moments for myself, because I think that is so important, and I think it's so easy for us to let our job take over our life. And I think that especially when you like own your own business and you like, you know, just, it's your baby, like you don't want it to fail. And so you feel like you have to just like use every ounce of energy to like make it work. And I've had like a really successful year this year more than ever. And it's taken, I mean, I went full time in 2021. So it's taken even more than 2 years, because I went full time in 2021, but I started creating on YouTube in 2018, and I started creating on Instagram in 2019. So it's taken years to get to the point where I feel very, very comfortable. I feel very just grateful to be where I am. But with that, I have to set my own boundaries. So anyway, some of you guys have asked if I will be bringing back like the vlog content And pretty much the reason why I will not, a large part of that is because I do really like I like the separation. Like I was telling Brady when we were decorating our Christmas tree, I was like, this is the first year we've decorated a Christmas tree where I am not filming anything. Like I didn't film for any platform. And he was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Like in the past 5 years, like I film everything and share everything. So I think even more so with YouTube because it's just like longer form content. So yeah, that's something that I'm like working on, but I definitely want to, I don't know, just like open up to you guys because I feel like that's something that I don't want to say I'm missing, but in the vlogs, I feel like I mean, if you look back at the vlogs, we talk about everything. And so I want to continue to have that kind of like relationship here. But I also, I don't know, like I think when I switch to book content, I'm like, do people care about me or do they care about the books? Like, I don't know. So this is just me being real with you guys and like sharing like what's on my mind and heart and how I've been trying to navigate business world and how scary it's been and how fun it's been, how rewarding it's been, how blessed I feel. It's been a wild ride. You know, I'm literally just a girl living in the Midwest. Like, I'll be like making videos and stuff and people are like, what are you doing? Like, half the people in my town, they don't even have like one lady at my gym, she literally doesn't even have Facebook. She has like no like social media at all. And it's not even because she's like some people will be like, oh, I don't have social media because I like got rid of it. No, she like literally has not had it. And she's like, I think like 40 or something like that. So she's not like, she's fairly young, but it's just like, I don't know. I think that I want to keep those boundaries because I don't really take time off, but I don't dislike working all the time. I created this as my job because I freaking love it. But I think even with anything that you love, whether you love reading, whether you love like gaming, anything that you love, there still has to be a boundary. Like, I mean, imagine if you read all the time, didn't do anything else, didn't eat, didn't shower, didn't hang out with your friends, you know, all you did was read 100% of the time. I'm not talking like a lot, like, you know what I mean? Like 100% of the time. That wouldn't be healthy because as humans, we need to like, I don't know, just like add other things into our life. Like, I don't know, connecting with other people and not necessarily adding new hobbies, but I think it is important to add in just like things here and there, like food, showering. So yeah, anyway, that's why I won't be bringing back like true vlogs, just like vlogging only. But you guys obviously are really enjoying me sharing more of my life, but I also want to make sure that I keep boundaries there too. So I love chatting about the books and I'll keep sharing in little tidbits of like my hair and like hauls and, you know, all the things, but just where I feel comfortable. So I hope that like makes sense. I don't know if it makes any sense. I'm just kind of like rambling here, but I have finished all the wrapping. I feel so good. Honestly, wrapping gifts as they come in has been so helpful because I don't feel stressed to like get it all done like on one day. And so then I just put these underneath the tree and yeah, we'll be good to go. We wrapped all the gifts. I have Alex's gift in here. She doesn't know what it is, but I'm excited. She's gonna love it. At least I hope she does. I don't really know. But anyway, I'm gonna put this book back on my shelf. Love this book. So freaking cute. And then I'm going to drive to the bookstore that's like 40 minutes away, and while we drive there we're going to listen to Royal Holiday, and then when I come back we will continue to read the Holidays because it's freaking cute. I cannot believe how many books like we've already like really gotten into so far because we're only like 6 hours and 45 minutes in. But I feel like Christmas books go fast because they're pretty short. So yeah, let's head out and go to the bookstore. I just opened a package on my Instagram stories and I want to share here before I go to the bookstore because it's actually a book package. I ended up buying Betting on You by Lynn Painter because I want to drop this into a little free library. You guys know I try to like once a month fill up free libraries with a bunch of books. I think I'm gonna do that this weekend. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna do it on Friday, and obviously I will share that here with you guys, but I ended up getting this, and if you want to see stuff in real time, make sure you're following me on Instagram because I share on stories all the time, and like it's just so fun over there. I actually already own this book for myself, but I own the Barnes & Noble edition, which I like the pink cover better. I mean, they're both cute, but I feel like the pink really stands out, and this is just the one that I really wanted. So anyway, I unboxed this in a little like unboxing haul on my stories, and I wanted to share it here. Obviously, it's like later, so make sure you're following on Instagram because I'm always sharing stuff over there. am at 4 hours and 31 minutes right now. I'm pretty far through, but I still have a long way to go. I am reading 12 Dates of Christmas and the Holidays I'm almost finished with. I am not really enjoying this book, and I don't know if I'm not enjoying the 12 Dates of Christmas because it is like, I've read so many Christmas books, you know, like I don't know if that's why. Like I feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm like a little burned out of Christmas books. But again, I'm still loving the Holidays by Brittany Cherry, so I'm like, am I getting burnt out, or are these books just like not that good? So this one is a cute concept. This girl's like going on all these dates to like meet a guy, and you get to see like mishap after mishap. So the concept is cute, but there's just not nearly enough dialogue in this, and I feel like we're constantly like in her head. Like there will be like a whole page with just like straight her thoughts and like all this stuff, and it's not, or like what's happening, but you're not really getting a ton of dialogue. So that's that. I do have the haul from yesterday. It is wild, it's already getting dark. But I have the haul from yesterday. I want to show you guys the books that I got. I think that I'm going to go and drop these off at a free library. Not all of them, but like the ones that I picked out for the free library, because I feel like this is the perfect time to do it when it's not Christmas yet. It could be like a little Christmas gift to someone, like an early Christmas gift. So I'm going to show you the books that I got for the free library first. I picked up The Hookup Plan by Farah Roshan. I've never read this book, but it's actually on my TBR and it looks really cute. It says she's got close friends and even closer enemies, so it's probably like an enemies to lovers type of vibe. I just think that this will be cute, so I picked this one up for a free library. I also have other books that I've kind of put to the side for a free library, so I will show you guys those whenever we go drop them off. I also picked up Plot Twist by Erin La Rosa, and this looks really cute. Just the cover of it is adorable. It says she's written off more than she can chew, and she's like a romance author, I'm pretty sure, and I love bookish books. Like, that just get me excited about reading. So yeah, I bought this for myself. I also picked up Twisted Games by Anna Huang. This is book 2 in the Twisted series, and I haven't even read book 1 yet, but Alex is like, hey, you have to read book 2. Like, book 2 is the best. So I'm like, you know what? I will do that for you. And it says on the back, perhaps I was always meant to find my way to you. She loves this series, so since she loves it, I gotta read it. I literally have to read it because she loves it. So pick this up for that reason, literally because she said it's good. I know very little about this series. I do own book 1, but I just have never read it. I think it's been on my TBR for like, since it came out. Well, not since it came out, but for a long time. I think the book I'm most excited about is this one. It's called Hockey Girl Loves Drama Boy by Faith Erin Hicks. I've heard no one talk about this book, and this is what I was telling Brady last night, because he was like, well, why, drive 40 minutes to go to the bookstore when you have one in town? And like, I went on this like just a long spiel about how independent bookstores literally are the best. You always find books that you've never heard of before in independent bookstores because there's like indie authors, and just like, I feel like Barnes and like Books A Million or just like big bookstores, they will regurgitate what we already love. Like, they're pulling books from Goodreads top 10 or top 40 or whatever, or they're pulling books from Amazon's top list. Like, they're pulling books that they have seen have already gotten hyped. Whereas I feel like it's very rare to see like small books that don't have a ton of reviews and stuff like just in those bookstores. I will say the Barnes that I go to in Champaign does a great job of putting like smaller like indie authors and stuff in there. Like, they had some books by Hannah Grace before like she even popped off with like Icebreaker and stuff. So I love that bookstore, but most Barnes I don't think are like that. This book looks so good. It's a graphic novel. It says it should have been a night of triumph for Alex's hockey team. But when her mean girl team captain, Lindsay, goes after Alex with her cruelest dig yet, Alex loses what remains of her self-control and punches Lindsay out. Before she knows it, their coach is dragging Alex off Lindsay, and her invitation to the Canada National Women's U18 team summer camp is on the line. Alex is shaken. She needs to learn how to control this anger, and she is sure Ezra, the popular and poised theater kid from her grade, is the answer. So she asks for his help, but as they hang out and start getting closer, Alex learns that there is more to Ezra than the cool front he puts on, and that maybe this friendship could become something more. Looks so good. I've never heard about this book. Now I want to look it up and see, like, is it a book that a lot of people talk about on Goodreads? Like, I don't know. Let's see. I've been really like into looking to see how many reviews are on things, because I'm like, have I just not heard about it and like everyone is talking about it? Like, I don't know. Hockey Girl Loves Drama Boy. No, it's like a small book. It only has 1,268 ratings on Goodreads, 283 reviews, and it's rated 4 stars. So, I'm so glad I picked it up, and this is my reminder to you and to myself. Make sure that you're going to indie bookstores, because indie bookstores are literally the heartbeat of towns. Like, bookstores bring people together. Bookstores are a great third space, which third spaces are pretty much a space that's like not work or home, but it's a space you can go to like meet people and connect. I've met so many friends in bookstores. I went to a bookstore and the girl that was working in a bookstore was like, hey, you should come to this book club. It's not even through the bookstore. You should just like come. And granted, that was, I guess, in Barnes, but still, you get the gist. And independent bookstores also have way more authors that they bring to their bookstores. So you get to see like a lot more actual authors in person. Also, you'll find books like this that are actually good, but like no one's hyped them up because no one's heard about it. So no one's reading it. And again, it's just like a long cycle of like, I don't know, us reading the same books over and over again. So I'm excited for this, but I'm also excited for the other books that I picked up. Let's go drop some of these books into a free little library and give someone a little Christmas wish. I came here literally 2 weeks ago tomorrow, so let's see if there's anything in here that I put. So Cleat Cute is still here, but it's only been 2 weeks, and literally I think everything else that I put in here is gone. That is wild. Wow. I mean, obviously I'm putting books outside of high school, so I mean, fun little younger books will be gone. But a lot of these, I mean, most of these I feel like are not books that like a high schooler is going to be drawn to. I mean, I wouldn't be drawn to any of these, I don't think. Grapes of Wrath, you really have to read that in school. Not that these aren't good books, it's just I think they're not the books that people are going to be naturally drawn to. So we're going to put the fun books up front. We're going to put these down here, bottom shelf. That's what I did last time, and I feel like it gets, I don't know, at least gets me excited. So put that there. Then let's see. Oh, put Betting on You up here. And this one is from the Goodreads like list. I'm gonna put this one down here because even though it's new, I feel like the cover doesn't grab you. Well, maybe I'll put it back here because I feel like the cover just doesn't grab you on that one, even though it's a new book and it might be like good. Just don't know if like a high schooler is gonna reach for that one, but it's still want to put it in there. Never by Jessa Hastings. Put this one right there, and then put these other three in the front here. Got the Hookup Plan, and then I have Hookshot, which is actually supposed to be like one of the best books in the series, and then Things We Left Behind, which you can read both of these as a standalone. So yeah, those are the books that I put in there. Put 6 books in there. Obviously I put Cleat Cute last time, but I feel like it looks a lot better. Coming to the end of this video, guys, I am pretty far in the challenge. I only have 2 hours left. I'm actually sitting outside of Bane's chemo appointment doing this, and it's raining, so I'm sorry if you guys hear the rain. But I am pretty far into the challenge, as you guys can see, and I want to give you guys a little update. I also went book shopping today, so there are tons of books that I have, and I'm not going to show you guys these books because the video that goes up tomorrow is actually a book shopping video. So keep that in mind and make sure you guys mark your calendars. Well, not mark your calendars. You guys are here every day, you know? But a book shopping video is literally coming tomorrow, and then there's going to be another book shopping video coming very soon because I'm going book shopping with Alex. So lots of fun things. But I ended up finishing the 12 Dates of Christmas. This book was not really my favorite. I rated this one 2 stars. I don't know if it's because I'm coming up on the end of like just my interest in Christmas books. I don't really know. I also think that this book felt so long, and it's because, I mean, this was almost no, it wasn't 400 pages. It was 345 pages, which I feel like is a lot for a Christmas book. Like, Christmas books around 300, 278, like that's a sweet spot for me. Because I mean, what more you gotta say? Christmas is coming, they're gonna fall in love, yada yada yada. Like, we kind of know what's gonna happen, but we're just in it for the vibes, and sometimes the vibes are too long. Also, I think with this book, the concept was cool. The concept was there. It's about a girl who is going on like all these different dates with these different guys. So you get to see the different dates, which those are actually super interesting. But everything outside of the dates I don't think was very fun. Also, it just was like the love interest. I didn't really see the chemistry, and it's really hard to like root for a couple if you don't see the chemistry. I don't know, it just wasn't my favorite, and part of me is like, am I just like not in the Christmassy mood anymore? Maybe I should stop reading Christmas books. But then I started reading You Make It Feel Like Christmas by Tony Shiloh, and I really like this one. I feel like this one is definitely for people who want a Christian romance. I don't think it's marketed as that, but it definitely is. I feel like this one has even more like Christian themes than the last Christmas book that I read. That's called, I literally can't even remember. I know that it was green. I swear, the second I finish a book, if it's just like mid, like there's nothing wrong with this book. It was good. I rated it 3 stars, but All's Fair in Love and Christmas by Sarah Monzon. That book I rated 3 stars. Very cute. Definitely Christian romance, but it had like, I think 1 mention of like the Christian faith, and this one they like mentioned the Christian faith like a little bit longer and a lot more. So I really enjoyed that. I think it was nice to get that in a book. I also really enjoyed seeing like the character being jobless, because I feel like you don't see that very often in books. I feel like people just kind of have their lives all together and buttoned up. So it was nice to see that, and her kind of trying to figure out like how she wanted to live her life and what she wanted to do. Rated this one 3 stars as well. Again, keep in mind, I feel like the ratings on Goodreads are like kind of skewed, because I feel like if you don't know that this is a book that is going to mention the Christian faith, you might be like put off by it if that's not what you want to read. But I feel like if you know that up front, you'll really enjoy this book. It's very cute. There's a lot of dialogue in it. And it was just fun. It was just fun, fluffy, nothing deep. I thought it was cute. It actually is about Star, and her ex-boyfriend is getting married to her sister. So there's already a good premise there. It's cute. And then I started reading Set the Record Straight by Hannah Bonham Young, which this is a holiday novella. This is a queer read. You know what's so funny? I am using a receipt for a bookmark. Out of all the bookmarks that I own, I'm using a receipt. Someone actually needs to create a bookmark that looks like a receipt, because I swear book lovers always find their most random things. A lot of the time I'll also put my phone in here to mark the book if I can't find like a bookmark. But I need to start putting bookmarks in my car, because whenever I'm reading and I'm just kind of like getting towards the end of not even the end of a book, but like I'm just reading the book, sometimes I will forget to bring a bookmark, and I'll have to like just dog ear the pages and stuff, and I don't want to do that. So actually, I don't really care if I do that. I just didn't want to do it with this book. I just grabbed the receipt and put it in there. Anyway, reading this one. This one is cute. I am on chapter 11, and that is page 65. There aren't a ton of pages in here. It goes to 161. It's cute so far. Again, I don't know if I'm just like out of the Christmas mood or not. But I do think that I wish there were more dialogue in this. It's very like thought heavy. Like you definitely hear what the main character is thinking a lot. And I feel like that's just a large chunk of some of the books. Not that it's bad, like it's just give some backstory, and sometimes a little too much backstory. I'm like, just get into the book, okay? Just like, I don't care about this part. So now it's kind of like really getting into it, and we are on like 65. It's a fake dating situation, which I think is always cute for Christmas. So yeah, we'll see how I feel about this one. But I've read a lot of good books, and I feel like in the next 2 hours, I'll probably end up finishing the Christmas books that I'm reading and give you guys like a full update and roundup of everything, because I still have 2 hours left. So yeah, let's finish these books up. What a wild ride this 24-hour reading vlog challenge has been. I have read so many books, as you guys can see, literally 6, which I think this is the most that no, it's not the most I've read. I think that this is like the higher number, because I think I actually read 6 another time. But I'm gonna show you guys the timer. I just finished it, and I'm so glad. Obviously, you guys can see we got to the full 24 hours. It did take me a few days, and that is pretty typical for me, because I like have to work and I have a life and things, and so I can't just like read 24 hours nonstop. But also I really appreciate my sleep, and I think that I have a better grasp on the books that I read whenever I actually give myself time to sleep. If I didn't, I feel like I would just hate every book. So let's go through these just really quickly. I read The Christmas Wager I think this is the first book that I read, if I remember correctly. I feel like I'm still kind of getting mixed up with some of the other books that I read in another video, but yeah, I think this was the first book that I read. I rated this one 3.5 out of 5 stars. This one was really cute. It just came out this year, and I feel like this is one I will definitely recommend next year just because it was adorable. It had a very cute concept. I really believed in the love story, and I think that that's huge whenever you're going into any romance, especially like a Christmassy book, because like it's all about the vibes, you know? And this is it's called The Christmas Wager by Holly Cassidy, and I will link this below. I'll link all the books below. Then I read The Royal Holiday by Jasmine Guillory, and I rated this book 2 stars. I was very disappointed by this book because I've read 3 books by this author and love them. I read Drunk on Love, I read The Wedding Date, and then I also read By the Book. And all 3 of those were such good books, very highly recommended books, and I just think that they're really cute, fluffy, fun reads. And yeah, this just was not it. I feel like it was very wordy. I feel like not a lot happened, and it was just kind of like boring to me. So yeah, this is one I probably won't be recommending, and anything that's a 2 stars is usually not something I'll recommend. Then I read The 12 Dates of Christmas by Jenny Bayliss, and I also rated this 2 stars. This got to the point where I was like, am I actually just like not enjoying Christmas books because I'm reading so many? And I ended up, whenever I get to the last book, I realized that that's not the case. I just was reading bad book after, not bad book, but a book that wasn't for me. I'll say that, because I never want to call a book a bad book, because there's other people I'm sure who read this book and rated it 5 stars. It just wasn't for me. The reason it wasn't for me is because I didn't really like the characters that fell in love in this book. I just feel like they were just not for me. I was just like, huh? Like, this is how it's gonna end? It just was not my cup of tea. I did really like the concept of the 12 dates. I think that was really fun. And then I'm trying to see what else we have here. Then next we read You Make It Feel Like Christmas, which I rated this one 3 stars. This was very cute, and I feel like this is a good Christian read if you're looking for Christmas books that are Christian reads. This is a good one. I also really like the story. I like that she didn't have her whole life together. I also really liked how the couple connected. It wasn't like insta-lovey, but it definitely was fast. But I think what I liked the most was that I feel like the guy in this book really cared a lot about the like MMC or FMC, I mean, female main character. And I think it's because it was his brother's sister, or his best friend's sister. So yeah, best friend's sister. So he had already known her for a really long time. So I think that having that basis of friendship was really nice. So it didn't feel like insta-lovey because they like already kind of knew each other. So yeah, 3 stars for that. Then I read Set the Record Straight by Hannah Bonham Young, and this was a holiday novella. I wanted to love this so bad, and I think I wanted to love it because I really like Hannah Bonham Young's writing. I think she's going to be an auto-buy author for me. I've only read Next of Kin by her, but her writing reminds me a lot of Abby Jimenez. Very fast-paced, just very fun. But this book wasn't that. I feel like this book was a little bit more wordy. There was less dialogue, and also this book had a lot more spice than like any other book that I read. And I'm fine with like 1 scene, maybe 2 scenes, but this had like multiple scenes, and this is a literal novella. Like, there are only 62 pages. So I mean, in that amount of time, if you're having like 3-4 scenes where you're like messing around and stuff, it kind of is like, where's the rest of the story? So that's the only thing that I wish there was a little less of, only because I feel like I needed to see more of their connection, because it went from like 0 to 100. So yeah, that was this book. I rated this one 2.5 stars. I think just the spice was just like, I wish there had been a little less, or not even a little less. I just wish they had added more pages, maybe made it 200 pages and like left the spice, but added more like dates and things and other things to like really add substance to their relationship. But I really did like that they were friends, and they had like so many memories from the past, and I thought that was really beautiful, and they connected on a lot of things that they like struggled with, and they really opened up to each other. I think that their vulnerability was also beautiful. So I did enjoy that part of this book, but it was just like, I was like, I'm reading smut. Like, you know, it's like most of the book it's not that long. So Anyway, the last book that I finished, now this one took a little bit longer because it was a bigger book. This one was 266 pages, and obviously you can see it is much taller than the average book as well. So it, you know, if it had been one of these like shorter sizes, it probably would have been like 300 pages. You can see there's like a height difference there, just for reference. So yeah, this one took me a little bit longer, but I really love this one. I rated this one 4 stars, which is so rare for a holiday book for me, like so rare. I feel like that never happens. And I rated 4 stars because Brittany Cherry's writing is just incredible. Like, I immediately went out and bought one of her other books, which I think is called Disgrace. And I already own 2 of her books. I own The Problem with Dating, and I own The Silent Waters. I think that's what it's called. And I also own The Coldest Winter. And I plan on reading those, all of them, like ASAP, because her writing has so much depth that I just really enjoyed it. I also liked how there was like a very... like the romance was very heavy, but there was also so much outside of the romance too to keep you really invested. And I've come to find that those are the types of books that I like the most, where there's a romance and like it's heavy on the romance, but then there's like other things happening to kind of like move the story along. Love this so much. I cannot wait to read more of her books. I have 1 book on my TBR for this month of hers that I plan on reading, but I actually might end up reading more just because her writing is so good. It reminds me of, it has like the depth that Kennedy Ryan's books has, but it has like the humor and fun and like playfulness that Natasha Bishop's writing has, and I feel like it's a perfect blend. So yeah, this was so funny. Found myself smiling and like laughing, and I even gasped one part of this story whenever she like checks her dating app. And if you've read this book, you know what I'm talking about. She checked it and she was like, oh my gosh. And then like I literally did the same thing. I was like, ah! So yeah, it just was a really good book. And yeah, so I am glad that I came out of this with a very high rating, and some other books that were highly rated too. Like I got a 3.5 out of 5-star rating. So 6 holiday books, 6 holiday books. Who am I don't even know. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Come back tomorrow so you guys can see the book shopping video and you can see all the stuff that I picked up. I picked up some good books. And then make sure you're tuning in every single day to all of the videos, because there will also be more book shopping vlogs and hauls and all the things. And Vlogmas will go until the very last day of December. So the last video will go up on the 31st. And then in January, we will go back to the 3-day-a-week schedule, which is Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So Vlogmas does not stop at Christmas like most do. So just get excited because there's tons more videos coming your way. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.